working on the state trail with their local governments. So we've had a great year bringing in grants and donations and just getting Ponte Flora out in front of everyone. And over the last 2 years, Judge Bob Hunter and I have been working with the Great Trail State Coalition to bring home funding for state trails, and we are very successful in that this year. You probably read for the first time ever, there's state funding for state trails in the budget. Specifically, we were able to bring home $50,000 in funding for the executive director position. That's over 2 years, so it doesn't really even fund a part-time person, but it's better than nothing, so we're getting there. We also specifically brought home $500,000 for Ponte Flora State Trail on the ground, so to actually start getting trail built. That sounds really good, but when you have Burke County with a list of projects shovel ready to go with $2 million price tag, we still could use more funding there. And we also brought home the opportunity to apply for grants with land acquisition and trail acquisition. So we had a great year in bringing home money, but we still need more. We're not going to stop there. We're going to continue to request funding from the state that's recurring and more to help fund our executive director position. But we're also going to need your continued support, your continued financial support to fund our new amazing executive director, Amanda Finn. And I want to introduce Amanda now. You may remember her from growing up in McDowell County, and she became the executive director of the Carson House. And she's only been with us a little over a month, but she's already making huge strides, and I wanted to let her tell you about those tonight. So I introduce Amanda Finn, our new executive director.
Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you. Nothing quite says coming home than presenting to the commission. So it's wonderful to see all of you, many familiar faces and a few new ones. So I look forward to working in partnership with all of you. So I'm just going to tell you basically an update on the Ponte Flora Trail, what I've been hired to do going forward, and of course requests from you to continue to support the Ponte Flora. So one of the main missions that the board of directors hired me for was to put forth a strategic plan. So I know you've heard a lot about plans today, and I'm going to follow on those footsteps because we all know how important outdoor recreation is to McDowell County. And so I'm going to access and assess community needs, what we've already started with the Ponte Flora State Trail, figuring out what underserved communities we can talk to, see how we can get them access to trail. Over 77% of people who use trails are in upper socioeconomic status and are predominant people. So we want to make sure that trails in McDowell County reflect the diversity of the people that live in McDowell County as well. Another part of our strategic plan is going to build capacity, making sure that the Friends of the Ponte Flora State Trail can support ourselves going forward. And then also developing and continuing to develop local and regional partnerships.